Welcome back to the Breaker Bros. This is our instant reaction to the Bengals 31-27 victory over the Jags and 2-0.
Been hanging and banging, brother.
And then Joe Burrow's hurt, obviously, so that's the sad part.
I mean, can we have fun first? Just kidding.
Well, I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm assuming at the very least he's probably going to miss a few weeks. Hopefully he doesn't have to miss that much time, or it could be an injury that takes him out the rest of the year. I don't know. I feel like it could be a weird injury because I guess it was his left toe. But yeah, I mean, if anything, it was kind of nice to see that we can win a game with our backup quarterback. I guess the defense made enough plays to, especially with the turnovers. I think at the end of the day, they could have had 3. But Stone, he couldn't get his hands underneath the ball. But
yeah, I mean, it felt like there were more than 3 available.
yeah, it could have been 4, I think.
Yeah, the Jaguars receivers were not catching the ball very well today. Lots of tip passes, drop passes.
Well, there was a few where it seemed like there were maybe they heard footsteps. Maybe they were afraid to complete the catch. But yeah, no, because I think Cam Taylor-Britt almost had an interception at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a weird game because, I mean, obviously Burrow goes out. And then it seemed like every time we would do something good, Browning would throw a pick.
Yes.
And then we're like, or at least from my point of view, it's like, okay, well, this game is over with. But they would find a way to come back. Jamar Chase had a comeback game. He did really well. He hit, 165 yards. I was going to say 140. But he had 165 yards, touchdown, and I think 14 catches, which is pretty much carried the offense.
14 catches, yeah. All right, I have the box score.
Oh, you want to share it? Oh, whoa.
Oh, no, wrong button. How about this one? There we go.
Let's try this one. All right.
Oh, circles. Yeah, so you're right. 14 catches, 165, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, no, I was looking at the box score too. Oddly enough, we're looking at the same one. ESPN.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that, keep playing with the setup. The thing that's shocking is, like that catch by Tinsley.
Yeah.
And you have like a few games where Yoshibas really doesn't do much. I'm like, how is Tinsley not the third receiver? That catch was ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, he seems like a Jamar Chase light. In a way, just the way he's built, it seems like he can also yak yards after the catch. But yeah, I mean, I could see, especially towards mid-season, in-season, he probably could be the third receiver because he's got the big playability and seems to pair really well. Or I mean, shouldn't say pair, but opposite of Jamar Chase and Higgins, he's like a good third option.
But I guess my big takeaway from this game is that like Jacksonville just lost it. I mean, so many.
Yeah,
ways
Trevor
won the
Lawrence. I mean, I just think he's kind of overrated at this point. And
I don't
overpaid.
know if I'd say he's overrated. I mean,
I think he's overrated because he's paid like a top tier quarterback and he doesn't really perform like it. Because I feel like he was on par with Browning.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you go back to just this game, you had like 2 drop passes that could have won the game for him, right? Because that
but he could have had 5 total interceptions too.
Well, but they're like on tip passes. I mean, if you hit a guy in the hands and the ball gets tipped in the air.
Okay, well maybe 2 of them could have been the receiver's fault, but that's still 3 on him.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, the whole team didn't play well. I mean, even down to the coaches, right? Like, I feel like the coaches lost the game for him.
How many rushing yards did they end up with?
Quite a few. Let's see here. Rushing.
Yeah, 139.
But
Yeah, no, they seem to rush pretty efficiently because most of their rushers averaged over 5 yards per carry. So, but it didn't seem like they weren't really like abusing the run. It seemed like they were efficient. I mean, just looking at their statistics, but it didn't seem
I
like
mean, they were moving the ball at will.
Well, I mean, if you look at the end of the game, where I'm sure looking back, they probably wouldn't go for it on fourth.
That was stupid.
So yeah, really.
I mean, the coach lost the game for him. I mean, that's just dumb.
Yeah,
you kick the field goal, then then the Bengals have to score a touchdown to win, right?
Yeah,
and then all you have to do is get a field goal on the back end, right? I mean,
yeah, because that was crazy. At the end of the game, the Bengals drove. Was it? I guess 90
yards. They said.
Yeah.
I mean, helped a little bit by
they must have got paid good today or something.
Some laundry on the field. I mean,
it was.
I don't know what pass interference is, but that did not look like pass interference. The call that Yoshivas got with Travis Hunter. I was like, I mean, what are you gonna do?
I think the problem with him, maybe he just didn't turn around in time.
Yeah, but he touched the ball.
Yeah, but he still had a lot of hands on. I mean,
yeah, but they kind of play patty cake all the time when they're running down the sideline. I mean, Travis Hunter touched the ball. I don't see how.
Well, I guess the only thing I would say with that, even if it was ticky tack, the fact that exactly 1 year ago when we played the Chiefs in the second week and we got that PI at the end of the game, I feel like maybe that's just karma coming back. So
I mean, to be fair, I'm just acknowledging it because we know what it feels like to get gypped on a play like that.
Yeah,
but that was really big for the game because the Bengals were struggling moving the ball.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but all those, if any of those four things don't happen, I feel like the Jaguars still win, right? If Brown catches that ball in the end zone, like they hit him in both hands, then the Jaguars win. If they don't call that pass interference, they win. If I can't remember the other one. Definitely the pass interference, but
if they kick a field goal instead of going for
kick a field goal. But the other thing, I think the Bengals have an answer to the tush push, the Browning toss, man. Just have him jump in the air and have.
I was almost afraid that he was going to lose the ball because Sample just
launched him. That was awesome.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, no, that I was getting real nervous towards the end because it just seemed like a series that Zach Taylor would like probably overthink the play calling, especially after they jumped off sides. Because it looked like when they initially tried to sneak it on that first time, when they got the penalty called on them, it didn't seem like they were trying to score. It seemed like they were willingly trying to give themselves up just to keep the time going.
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, I get it if you're like the Eagles and you can run it in whenever you want. But like when you're the Bengals, I mean, a yard is tough for the Bengals to rush for. They're not a good running team.
Well, especially if everyone knows you're going to run in. That's like when they're the worst. Is when you have to run.
I wouldn't give up a play like that. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I don't know. 2-0, first place, right?
Well,
still first place.
It kind of felt like the last game too, where the defense kind of started off slow, but they seem to be very opportunistic. I kind of wish the run defense was a little bit better this week, like it was last week.
Well, the Jaguars have a really good offensive line, so they should be able to run the ball this year.
Do they have a really good offensive line? I heard they didn't have a good offensive line in the past, but I know a lot can change.
I looked at the PFF numbers from week 1, and like all their offensive linemen were like rated above like 75.
And actually, speaking of that, I think that was one thing that it just didn't seem like we were getting that much pressure, even when we would blitz. I don't think we got the sack until the very end of the game, I believe. But and then Shamar Stewart got hurt too. Hopefully, it's nothing serious. It looked like he rolled his ankle, something to that extent.
Yeah, the Bengals got 1 sack for the game.
Oh, Trey's on pace for 17.
For loss. So
okay, that's good. Yeah, Dax Hill had that really good play towards the end of the game. I'm sure
that was good. It was good to see Dax Hill play because, I mean, when he plays, he's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I mean, it feels good to be 2-0, and we're still the sole leaders of the division. 2-0. Saw Baltimore win. That game was kind of crazy because I think the Browns defense is legit, but it was I want to say Flacco had some bad interceptions where they returned it, and then he also fumbled the ball where the defense returned it for a touchdown. So I felt like the game seemed a lot more lopsided than what it really was. But yeah, the Ravens offense looks pretty good. And then I saw the Steelers lost. But Bengals 2-0. Number 1 in the division. Hopefully they can keep that up.
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully Burrow's not too hurt. Hopefully Shamar's not too hurt. I don't know how toes go for injuries.
Well, I mean, it's a good thing that they've been stacking those defensive linemen on the roster. So it seems like he might miss some time. But it's always hard to say because it's the NFL. You always see people leave and they either come back before the end of the game or they're okay enough to play by the next week. But but no, they got to figure something out. I'm kind of surprised they don't blitz a little bit more. I mean, I guess they're probably in a position where they would rather not give up the big play, but they just got to generate more pressure. Like I felt like that was part of the problem throughout most of the game, but they did capitalize. There was a particular pressure, I think, in the red zone. I want to say it was either towards the end of the first half or early in the second half, but that's where Trey Henderson caused that. Actually, I think it was early in the first half, actually, because Dax Hill got the pick.
Yeah, it was like the first quarter because it felt like the Jaguars were going to score like every single possession.
Yeah, because it seemed like they were about to go 14-0. Yeah, and I think the Bengals responded, and I think they scored on that possession. I want to say the first possession for the Bengals, they went 3 and out. That's another ugly. I don't know. It was funny because in the second half, I guess after had a little time to, I guess, change the game plan a little bit. I kind of wish they would have played or called the plays they played or for Browning.
For Burrow?
Yeah, just to get things going. They always.
I don't know. I feel like he's been holding the ball a little too long.
Well, I think part of the problem is that they're calling these plays that take a little bit to develop, and it's just like we need to kind of go back to the quick passing, get them to kind of cheat up a little bit, and beat them over the top.
Right. It's sort of like they finally got like a passable offensive line, so they think they can stand back there.
Yeah. Because like
work around too much.
In the first week, it was like a 3rd and 1. And they do that classic thing where, I think it was the pass that Jamar dropped on the sidelines. Probably should have caught it, but it's like, again, the Bengals are throwing it 30 yards down the field when they only need.
No, I would like to see them more quick passing, more screens.
Well, that's all you need to do, especially with Jamar Chase. Like, get the ball in his hands, and that's what they're doing because I think he got one on like a jet sweep type thing, and they did a few screens and
that big. Yeah, wide receiver screen was nice. Of course, they tried to do it twice within like 3 plays, which is kind of, I guess, maybe because you have to run less plays. But yeah, it's frustrating how much punishment Joe Burrow takes. And again, it's like we've got like the bargain bin guards. It would have been nice if they would have fixed it this draft. Because they could have taken.
Well, with that said, it seemed like the pass protection really shored up in the second half. It was just like the first half.
Or did they just get rid of it faster?
Well, I'm sure it's a little bit of both, but there was times.
Well, yeah, but that's what happens. It's just like if you hold the ball a little bit and start driving, the defense wears itself out a little bit, and then you can have a little bit more time.
Yeah, I mean, there was a few passes. I mean, I think 2 of his interceptions, he had plenty of time, and you're like, what are you doing? Because I want to say his second interception felt like the most costly just because, I think it was tied at that time. And I think it was the point of the game where I was like, okay, field possession really matters. So at the very least, keep them on their side of the field. And he throws a pick and they return it for like 45 yards, which basically already puts them in field goal range. And I think they scored a touchdown on that drive anyways, but
yeah, just they need to protect Burrow better. He needs to protect himself better. They need to get the ball out quicker. But like you said, call the Browning plays for Burrow until you get a little bit of a rhythm going, and then pick your points to, try these slow developing plays.
yeah, because I felt like I think he missed a touchdown pass. At least what they said on the broadcast. I think it was right before he threw a pick too. I think Fant was running towards the end zone. Apparently, he was wide open.
Yeah,
according to the broadcast, and it's like I think those are the opportunities that we probably would had Burrow not gotten hurt. But I think too, going into next week, if they know for sure Burrow's not going to play, I feel like they're going to clean some of those things up because Browning will get all of the first string snaps. But I don't know. It was interesting because it's like with Browning, it seemed like the offense was moving a little bit more, but it was kind of like either through a pick or a touchdown. So
yeah,
getting kind of dicey.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we're 2-0. That's the main thing, and I guess we're headed towards or headed to Minnesota. Should be an interesting game, and I don't know. Hopefully, we get positive news with Burrow the next couple of days. I'm sure I have something by tomorrow. I think, but I knew it was probably not good when he's walking towards when he walked into the locker room and he needed help.
Yeah, well, they said, I mean, I have no idea how toe injuries go.
Well, at first I thought it was like maybe he broke his foot, just the way he planted and how it got stuck in the ground. And then they were saying, oh, ankle. And I was like, okay, well, if it's ankle, if anything, that's like kind of positive news because typically ankles heal fairly quickly. And then they said a toe, which I think complicates everything. Because, that would be his planting toe, his left foot. But I also feel like there should be some type of brace you could put on that, I would think. But
I don't know. Depends. I mean, they didn't say which toe. I mean,
that's true.
I mean, I always thought like your big toe is like one of those things where it's like really important for balance and running.
I thought it was your small toe, like the pinky toe.
I think pinky toe you could lose.
Ah, okay. Well then, I don't know. But I also feel like maybe this is the best part of the schedule to happen because I feel like there are a run of games.
Well, it's better to miss a few games at the beginning of the year than to be out at the end of the season,
especially starting out 2-0 because that should definitely help out. But even with Browning, they didn't look bad. It was just when he messed up really bad, and hopefully he can clear that up. Didn't seem like he saw a few key players, the ones that were just like jumping in front of the ball. But again, if he can get the first string snaps throughout the week, I feel like he'll clean a lot of that stuff up. Or at least I hope. Yeah,
we hope.
But yeah, he was either throwing a touchdown or throwing a pick. But yeah, was there anything else you want to add it to the reaction or?
No, I'm all set.
All right, I guess bring on the Vikings. All right, peace.